history of any motor is great, you know, but I mean, I found out a few things about this. You know, it used to be a butcher's van for delivering meat in the winter time. It's been in a TV show in the 80s. You know, it's great to find out, and I know it's had a hard life as a trialer, and just to see photographs of it doing its stuff, you know, it is what it is, you know, that's part of its history. So it's great, anything that comes up, you know, it's great to see. It's been white, it's been rebuilt at least twice that I know of. It's had, I think, at least 4 engines, different engines in it. I think the original owner used to work for Austin, and I think he may have taken a few bits from the factory, because when the second owner bought it, he had lots of Austin bits stuck to it. Passed around from pillar to post. I'm the 11th owner. There's been 2 lady owners before. It's been on a farm. It used to live, actually, I think owner number 8 or 9 lives not more than half a mile from where we are here, which is, it started out in Cardiff and it's worked its way up the country. Yeah, well, the number plates, it's definitely this style anyway that's in the photograph, so I think I was going to change the number plate to an early one. I was going to get one of the hand painted ones, but then I thought, well, it's seen so much action through these plates that there's no point changing them, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, and like this hook here, that's been on many a photograph, but in one photograph it's here. It's the same hook, and it's moved over this side. So obviously, you know, it's just been chopped and changed, and trialers are always, you know, used and abused anyway. So yeah, but it's dense. I mean, there's no filler in the motor now. I've taken all the filler out of it. It was filled. I thought it was quite straight when I got it, but it's not. I took the filler out, and it's quite wonky, should I say? Yeah. You know, I mean, every owner puts their own stamp on the thing, and I mean, it'll outlast me probably and get passed on or whatever, and so somebody else will change it maybe later on, you know. So hopefully I've given it a few extra years, because it was, see, trialers go either, well, there's a couple of ways they can go. They can either be coil sprung and updated and kept going and going, and new bits of body panels put on. So there's lots of 80s around, but they're all not very 80-like. Take some of the shock out of it. I did actually have, when we went to Spain last year, we had put some new shockers on it. The ride was terrible, the front end especially was really bad. And normally off-road, you know, you can't be beating this, you know, you can go anywhere, but it was really bouncy off-road last time. So I've actually bought some, well, a friend of mine gave me some old knackered shock absorbers. I took new ones off, put the old ones on. Perfect. Well, they're doing very well, aren't they, really? They're selling better than they ever have done before. And that's what they're about, isn't it? They are a business at the end of the day. Well, there's a post on the Series 1 Club forum a few weeks back saying, should I use my 80 in winter? I'm thinking, well, you know, what is it about? You know, So I put back somewhere in the corner of a Solihull nursing home. There's an old Rover engineer gently crying in his Horlicks. Because I'm sure that the original, makers of them would burst into tears if they thought they weren't going to be used in winter. I mean, that's the ideal time to use them. There's no, the fun sort of, they get over restored and the paint finish is better than it came out of the factory. When they came out of the factory, they had runs. They'd lean the panels against the wall of the factory to dry in the sun or whatever, and there'd be runs in the paint. And the new ones, the ones that are coming out now, flawless. They've got like probably 15 coats of paint on them just to make sure they're right, and they are better than they left. And then they don't get used. Then they just get put away as an investment. And I know I've got friends who would love to buy them and use them and run them and go drive up mountains and She tolerates it. She does very well, actually. We got married in it as well. You see, that's a great thing. Is that, you see, if you get married, then she can't say we've got to get rid of it because it's the wedding car. So that was. But one stipulation was we got married in it. Basically, she could have whatever she wanted for the wedding, but as long as that was the wedding car, I was happy pretty much. But it still, at the time, it still had the roll cage and it had the fuel tank in the back and stuff. It was a bit tatty as well. It's a bit better since then. It's got a bit better now. So she's driven it a few times, but she hasn't recently, shall we say. But also I fear for my gearbox as well if she did drive it.